Welcome viewers, welcome to the channel Tech World with Rajendra. So today I'm starting a DSS series, data structure and algorithm, and first topic for the that series is linked list. So we are going to talk about what is linked list, how we can create the linked list, specifically in the Python. Okay, and we'll see with some examples as well. Now, uh, I have a complete Python playlist. Basically, it has the complete Python basic to intermediate level concepts. So, and also we have covered in detail each of the built-in data types we have in the Python. So now we are going to talk about custom data structures. That is, and we have multiple custom data structure. Out of that, the first data structure that we are going to talk about is a linked list. So, what is linked list? So linked list is a data structure which allows us to store the data. Now this data can be of any type, okay? And we can store this data in a memory at a different location. And then those location we kind of connect with each other by using some kind of a pointer. Like for example, so in a linked list, we can have something called as a node. So we call this as a node. And this node, we can have a two parts. One is data and another one is a basically the, you can say a pointer. Okay. Now this data can be anything. Okay. So it can be a complete student object or only a student name or only a student marks, whatever you want to store it in that data. Okay. You can store the complete built-in data structure like complete one uh, your tuple or complete one dictionary, whatever you want to store. Okay. It's the data. Now that data can be anything. Okay. And then this pointer is basically to connect with if you have any other data, right? So this is how we call it as a node, and we can have a multiple nodes. Okay. So let's say we have another node. Now this has another data. So let's say data one. Okay. And this will have another pointer. So now this pointer is basically will have the details of this next element. Okay. Again, if you have another data, so here it is a data and it will again have a pointer. Okay. So again, this pointer is will have the details of this data too. Okay. So this way we can have any number of element. Let me add just on one more. This will have again a data 3. Okay. So this pointer will have the details of this particular data. And once we are done with the, let's say this is the last element. So last element will don't have anything. So it will have a none. Okay. Will have a none. It will not be pointing to any other element because we are done. So this is how your linked list looks like. Now what we are going to talk about is how we can create this linked list. Okay. How we can add the element into this list. Now addition of the element we can do anywhere, like we can add the element to the start of the list, okay, or start of the linked list, okay, or in between the linked list or at the end of the linked list, right? So we have different options to do that. Okay. And we are also going to talk about how we can display the complete list, right? So we will see this with an example. So let me go back to the online Python compiler that I'm going to use it to write this program. So writing a linked list is a very simple. So first what we are going to do is we are going to create a node object, okay, node class specifically. So how we can do that? We can write a node class, something like this, okay, class node, and we can have a one this is basically a constructor where we can have a self and can have a data element. Okay. And this will have a two element. First one is a self dot data is equal to data. We are going to get it. And the other one is a self dot next. So pointer will represent as a next variable. Okay. So that will be initially none. So this is how we are kind of representing our node. Okay. Now let's create a linked list class. So how we can create a linked list class? Class linked list. Okay, now this linked list again will have a and constructor. So where we can have a self and yeah, self only, and it will have a two. Uh, Basically, it will have only the head element. Okay. So now what is that head? I'll just talk about it. Let me go back to the whiteboard. So the first element of the linked list, we call it as a head. Okay. The first element of the list, we call it as a head. So this head help us to basically to understand what is the starting point of the linked list. Okay. And from there on, if you want, we can parse it anywhere, wherever we want. We can basically parse it. Okay. So that's why we are using that. So let's go back. Now, what we are going to do is let's write one function to add the node or add the element at the start of the linked list. So how we can do that? So let's say, let me write one function insert at begin. Okay. So we'll have the self there and also the element or the data that we want to add it. Okay. So what we are going to do is first, we are going to basically initialize our node. So how we can initialize? So we have a node class and we are going to pass a data. So you can see here, this is a node class, right? So it will just get initialize this node object. We are passing a data. So this instance variable will get initialized and next will be none. Okay. Now, what we have to check is if self dot, okay, self dot head is equal to none. Okay. If it is a self dot head is equal to none, what we are going to do is we are going to simply just say self dot head is equal to no. That's it. Okay. Because we don't have anything in the linked list. That's why we are adding the node into the as a first element. Okay. But if your head is not at the our head is not empty, in that case what we are going to do is we are going to do node dot next is equal to we'll be doing a self dot head and then self dot head is equal to no. Okay, so let me explain why we are doing it. Let's consider this is the node we already have. Okay, let's say d1. Okay, and now this next would be a none. Let's say this only one element I have it, or maybe let me add another one. Let's say we have two elements like data 2, and so this is not none. It will have the address of this second element. Okay, and this will be none. Okay, and let's say our head is pointing here. So now what we are doing, we want to add an element at the start of the linked list, right? So let's say we got this new node. Now what we are doing, if this head is not none, what we are doing, this is our data 3. So we are node of next, we are pointing to this self dot head. Okay. And then here we are kind of just getting back here. Okay. So that's how we are adding now we are head is pointing here. So now our linked list will start here. Okay. So this is how we are adding the node at the start of the linked list, right? So let's go back. So this is how we can add the element at the start of the linked list. Okay. Now that's it. Okay. This is what we need to do it to add the element at the start of the linked list. Okay. So now let me add one more function to display it so that we can validate whether that's really happening or not. So how we can do that? Let me add the display function here. And in the display function, what I'm going to do is I'll do first check if self dot head is equal to none, then I'm going to simply print that linked list is empty. Okay. But if it is not none, what I'm going to do is I'll just create one more variable or current node is equal to self dot node, self help dot head, and I'm going to use a while loop. While, because I wanted to print all the element, right? So while current node not equal to none. Okay. What we can do is while current node not equal to none, what we can just simply, okay, we don't need a bracket really, so I can just remove this. Yeah, so if while current node is not equal to none, we just need to print our current node dot data. Okay, and then what we want to do is current node is equal to current node dot next. That's it. So that's how we are going to print the each element of the linked list. Okay, and to print in the print, what I'll do is I'll just add end as a arrow so that we'll be able to see the list properly. Okay, so that's it. This is how your linked list look like. Now what I'm going to do is let me just create a linked list object. Linked list object we have created, and then what we are going to do is linked list dot insert at begin, where I'll just pass element as a 1. Now what I'll do, let me add 2-3 element so that we can see some kind of a linked list. So let me add the second element as a 2, 3, and now I'll call it list dot display list. Okay, it's just a display. I think we have a display function. That's it. So this looks good now. Let me just run it and see if it is really happening or not. Perfect. So you can see we are adding first insert at beginning, right? So one added at here first, then second added you can see before that, and third added before that, right? So let me just add one more function here to basically add element at the end. Okay, so let me add one more function. So def insert at end, where we'll get the data as an input. And what we need to do is here node is equal to, we have to initialize the node. Then you need to first of all check if self dot height is equal to none. If it is a none, simply you just need to do self dot height is equal to node. That's it. Okay. But if it is not empty, what we need to do is we just need to do current is equal to current node is equal to self dot head, and then we can use while current node dot next. Let me remove this bracket. Usually brackets are not required in Python. So current node not dot next not equal to none. Okay, so until unless we don't reach till end, what we can do is we can just do current node is equal to current node dot next. Okay, so this will reach us, okay, to the end of the linked list. And then what we can do is if current node not equal to none, what we can do is current node dot next is equal to our new node. That's it. Okay, so this will basically first reach till the end of the linked list, and then we are adding our new node. Okay, so let's see. I'll add here linked list dot insert at end, where I'll pass 4, and then let's see what output we are getting. Okay, you can see 1, 2, 3 it getting added in the reverse order because we are inserting at begin, but 4 is getting added at the end because we are adding it at the insert at end. Okay, so that's it. This is how your linked list works. Okay, what we are doing, let me just quickly recap to the code. We are creating a node object which has the data and the next, and in the linked list we are using a different methodologies like insert at begin. So if you want to insert at begin, okay, if head is empty, that means linked list empty, add that as an element. If it is not empty, then first node of next add it as a head, and then head is equal to node. Okay, and if you want to add the end, then we are just simply going till the end of the linked list, and then we are adding at the end. And then this mechanism, this is for basically printing it at the printing the whole linked list. So I'll keep this code in the video description so that you guys can, and even I can just create one GitHub repo and I'll add that link where you can find this complete. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope everyone understood the linked list concept. If you have any question, you can just quickly put it in the comment box. I'll definitely answer it. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thanks everyone.